pilots. On top of that, there's a service contracting program where the government pays drivers per kilometer they travel to make sure they still earn enough even when fuel is expensive. Since you're on the road, would you like me to find some of the participating gas stations nearby where these discounts are being offered?
Yes, definitely, because I'm planning to gas up my tank. Can you possibly tell me those gasoline stations?
Okay, searching on the navigation app.
By the way, before we do that, what is the current price of Petron XES gasoline?
Gas prices for Petron XCS are currently around 92 pesos and 60 centavos per liter, although some stations in Metro Manila have been seen as high as 143 pesos lately due to the volatility. The overall average for premium gasoline like XCS is currently ranging between 92 and 105 pesos across the country. Since you're using Waze, I've sent a search for participating stations nearby so you can check the live rates and find the best spot to gas up.
Okay, that's great to know. Currently my gas is 275 kilometer range to empty, but I'm planning to go to Manila back and forth. With this amount, is this going to be sufficient?
The distance from Tanawan to Manila is roughly 65 kilometers one way, so a round trip is about 130 kilometers total. With your 275 kilometer range, you technically have enough for the drive itself, but with the heavy traffic in Manila, your actual range can drop pretty fast. It's probably a good idea to gas up before you head out, especially since those uplift discounts can save you some significant cash. Would you like me to add one of the participating Petron stations to your route now?
Yes, please. Add them this station so that I can drop by and gas up before heading back to Manila.
Searching on the navigation app.
I'm curious about the weather. It's getting gloomy. What currently is the weather today? Is it going to rain within the day?
There's a good chance of rain in Tanawan, Batangas today, from 3 o'clock to 5 p.m.
Okay. So what are the tips that you can provide in terms of conserving fuel?
Since you're heading to Manila, the best way to save fuel is by changing how you handle the stop-and-go traffic. First, try to accelerate gently. Think of it like having a cup of coffee on your dashboard that you don't want to spill. It's also a big help to anticipate the traffic ahead so you can coast to a stop rather than braking hard at the last second. When you're on the highway, staying at a steady speed between 80 and 100 kilometers per hour is usually the sweet spot for efficiency. Another quick tip is to check your tire pressure before you leave Tanawan, as even slightly underinflated tires make your engine work harder. Also, if you have any heavy gear in the back that you don't need for the trip, leaving it at home will lighten the load and save you a bit more. Since you're worried about the rain later, would you like me to keep an eye on the wiper weather for your drive back?
Yes.
There's a good chance of rain in Tanawan, Batangas today, from 3 o'clock to 5 p.m.
What about the traffic condition? Can you tell me the current traffic update from SLEX all the way to Pasig?
Traffic on SLEX is looking pretty good this morning. Most of the stretch from Tanawan through Calamba and up toward Alabang is showing light traffic. You might run into a bit of a slowdown as you hit the Skyway at-grade sections and the Magallanes area, which is typical for this time of day. But overall, it's a smooth run into Manila. Since you're using Waze, it'll keep you updated if any sudden accidents or heavy patches pop up. Is there a specific part of Manila you're heading to?
I'm going to SM Mangka Mall. So what is the condition there?
Okay, navigating to SM Mega Mall using Waze.
Can you update the traffic situation as I head to SM Mega Mall?
The traffic heading to SM Mega Mall is still looking pretty good overall. You'll likely see the usual buildup once you get closer to the Ortigas area, but for now, the path from Slex through the Skyway is clear. Since you're using Waze, it'll keep you posted if anything changes on the fly. By the way, would you like me to find a Petron station with those uplift discounts near the mall for when you arrive?
Maybe later. I'm actually interested about the nearest Petron station in my area, as you see where my car is right now.
Searching on the navigation app for Petron gas stations near your current location.
Can you tell me the latest news headlines today?
The biggest news right now is the arrest of former Congressman Elizalde Zaldi County in Prague, with the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee planning to summon him for their corruption probe. On the energy front, Iran has announced that the Strait of Hormuz is now completely open during the current ceasefire, which is bringing some relief to global markets. Locally, the government is considering postponing the upcoming Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections because of the economic strain from the oil crisis. In other news, there was a major drug bust where over 183 million pesos worth of shabu was found hidden in tomato sauce cans. Also, if you're a fan of SB19, they've just vowed to make the country proud at Lollapalooza 2026. Since you're heading to the mall, would you like me to check if there are any events happening at Mega Mall today?
Yes. What are the events there?
There are a few interesting things happening at SM Mega Mall today. If you're in the mood for some shopping, they're currently having a 3-day sale with up to 70% off at the SM store. There's also a Super Mario Galaxy themed attraction that's quite popular right now. Over at the Megatrade Hall, there's usually a variety of bazaars or exhibits, though the big job fair just wrapped up a couple of days ago. Would you like me to find the exact location of the Super Mario exhibit for you when you get there?
No, I'm not interested in those.
Actually, looking at the latest schedule for today, SM Mega Mall is right in the middle of their 3-day sale, with discounts of up to 70% at the SM store. There's also a promotion where you can get a free eco bag if you spend enough with a MasterCard. Besides that, if you're interested in new brands, they've just opened several first in the Philippines shops from places like Seoul and Tokyo. Since you're not into the Super Mario exhibit, are you more of a foodie or looking for some specific tech or fashion brands while you're there?
Tech brands are more appealing to me.